Habaragani, my friends. Habaragani. What's the news? Well, the news is Kuumba. We've made it through to December 31. This is day 6 of Kwanzaa. Day 6. The final day of the year. This is the week that the edges of the years touch. And we use this week to celebrate, to acknowledge, to review, to revise, to re energize. Absolutely, we made it. Hmm? So let's review and move on with Kuumba. That we must do.
Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. The first day of Kwanzaa, we call it Umoja, unity, unity. The second day of Kwanzaa, Kujichagulia, self-determination. The third day of Kwanzaa, we call it Ujima, collective work and responsibility. The fourth day of Kwanzaa, we call it Ujama, cooperative economics. The fifth day of Kwanzaa, we call it Mia, purpose, purpose. I have a purpose. The sixth day of Kwanzaa, we call it Kuumba, creativity, creativity. The last day of Kwanzaa, we say Imani, that's what we call faith. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Celebration.
And as usual, we start with a review just to make sure we come up to speed in terms of where we are in the process. This is now day 6, but what have we done so far? It's important to bring everyone up to speed in terms of what the various days have been. What did we do? All right. Okay. Well, day 1 was Umoja Unity. Again, we reminded us that unity does not mean uniformity. Unity, we evaluate all that which we should be united with. Is it worth it? Is it working? Family, work groups, tribes, do you have to make some changes? Day 2, Kuchichagulia, self-determination. Your own sense of purpose, living your dharma, your ikigai. Do you love what you do? Are you good at it? Does the world need it? Can you get paid for it? Critical. Day 3 was Ujima, collective works and responsibility to build and maintain our community together. Make our sisters and brothers' problems ours and solve them together. And then I introduced this new construct I call Ujima Supreme. You ask yourself a question. If there was an emergency, medical or otherwise, A, who would you call? Is there someone you could definitely call? B, who would you respond to if they called you? Then question, are you satisfied with the answer? If not, you do something about it. Day four was Ujamaa, cooperative economics, meaning to build and maintain our own companies, stores and shop and other business, and the most critical thing, we profit from them together. Day five, near purpose. The fifth day of Kwanzaa, we lit the candle representing the principle of near. It encourages us to look within, not only to set personal goals, but also to choose goals that benefit our community. We believe that financial strength is critical to building a successful future for the Black community. Purpose. And that brings us to today, day six, Kuumba, creativity. May Angelou remind us, ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. Day six, a red candle. The last red candle is lit. This is a day of togetherness, of sharing creativity. First, everyone in the family creates something, a poem, a story, a dance, a painting. Everyone can create. Hmm? Everyone can create. We have that capability. Creativity to do whatever we can to leave our communities more beautiful than when we inherited them. Hmm? I commented recently, I saw this beach cleanup day. And I said, I'm tired of seeing beach cleanup days. Why don't we have keep beach clean life? We don't need any more beach cleanup day. We should leave the community better than we found it. Yes, creativity, there's a process, the research, the inspiration, the visioning of ideas, the thinking, the brainstorming. Yes, it all comes from within. Hmm? Imagination and creativity can change your world. Hmm? It was Einstein reminded us that creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else ever thought. You have that capability. We all have that capability. Hmm? Seeing what others see and thinking what no one else ever thought. Yes, we can. Now, some of us are ready, many are not. The future belongs to the new creative nomad. And please note how the word is spelled KNOWMAD. Who are these people? And I pride myself to be one of them. Knowledge workers who can work anywhere from anywhere. Time and space, no barriers to us. The ultimate creativity. To be a knowledge worker who can work anywhere from anywhere. And this is what it looks like. What calls you to nomad? What need or dream do you wish to fulfill? Then you explore the world yourself, leadership, entrepreneurship, professional life. Discover where your potential and purpose lies. No boundaries, no barriers exist. Hmm? Overcome all obstacles between where you are now and where you want to get next. Then discover and develop your gift to the world and just get it done. Get it done. No barriers. Creativity. As I say, look, creativity, it's about doing always as much as we can in whatever way we can so that we leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we inherited it. I always try to link the principles of Kwanzaa to the concept of the new work order, how the world of work changes. What it says, learn to think outside the box. Develop your right brain competence and your intuition. Work more with emotional intelligence. It says that IQ gets you hired, but EQ gets you promoted. EQ, the ability to sense, understand, and effectively apply the power and the acumen of emotions as a source of human energy, information, trust, creativity, and influence. Again, you notice that I have no barriers in terms of how we explore these ideas. It's Einstein again tells us creativity is intelligence having fun. Maya Angelou says you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. No limits. No limits, folks. None whatsoever. Creative thinking is not a talent, it's a skill that can be learned. It empowers people by adding strength to the natural abilities which improve teamwork, productivity, and where appropriate, profit, creativity. So we know a range of things that trigger your creative thought. Hmm? Be hunger for information. Take up crafts and hobbies. Write, scribble, draw, design, brainstorm. Put yourself under reasonable pressure by setting goals and targets. Most of all, talk to children. Often they make some association that we don't even notice. Creativity. The last day of the year, we pull it together with creativity. Kuumba. Hmm? One of my teachers, Deepak Chopra, he looks at 9 steps to creativity: an intended vision. Then you gather the information analysis, and then the incubation period. This can go on for quite some time. Then insight. Hmm? A quantum leap takes place. Then the inspiration, the implementation, the integration, and the incarnation. Hmm? Creativity. We can make things happen. Serious things. Now, the depth and the deepest reality you're aware of is the one from which you draw your power. For someone who is conscious only of the material world, power is limited to material forces. But at a more profound level, creativity is shaped by mind and body. That's where I am. Not the material world, no limitations there. To get in touch with the core of life, you have to get in touch with the creative power of the universe. The power expresses itself through your personal creativity. When you're in the field of creativity, you lose track of time. Only the flow exists. There are 3 forces that pervade all life: creation, maintenance, and the third, destruction. All 3 are present in life at every level: the cells, the stars, the trees, the planets, the galaxies. Every form must come into all of these things. One, first it comes into being, then it has to be maintained, and then it passes away. Those are the 3 forces that pervades all of life. Even though each lifespan unfolds in a sequence over time, the 3 forces themselves exist simultaneously. The gene of every species includes the code for creating new cells. 2, maintaining each cell for a specific time and then destroying it to make way for another creation of tissue. It's an ongoing process, so creativity is always up to something. This is a 3-in-1 intelligence. What you're trying to affect when you consciously shape your life. It's up to you which aspect, creation, maintenance, or destruction, is most dominant. Because you have the power to shift the balance of forces. You are above and beyond them. Note our name? Above or beyond, it doesn't matter which one. Creation, maintenance, or destruction. As long as creation dominates your existence, you will keep growing and evolving. Evolution thwarts entropy, decay, and aging. Constantly keep creating. as long as that is the dominant force. There are 7 points for creativity. Give us a practical standard to measure how creativity or life are proceeding. You don't have to squeeze every point into each day. Just make a commitment to allow these aspects of life to emerge more fully in you. These 7 points for creativity as we go towards a new one. The most creative people in any field intuitively draw on these forces. They grow with the full consciousness that they are the source of their own power. And whatever their field, certain traits are generally shared by them. So, number one, they are able to contact and enjoy silence. That is so profound. It begins in silence. You start with silence. They connect with and enjoy nature. They trust their feelings. Are these working for you? They can remain centered and function amidst confusion and chaos. They are childlike. They enjoy fantasy and play. They are self referred. They place the highest trust in their own consciousness. And 7, they are not rigidly attached to any point of view. Although passionately committed to their creativity, they remain open to new possibilities. Is this you? That's how creativity is maintained. How many of these points are you? If not, it's time for you to get to this. Creative. So, we say day 6, the final red candle. Every member of the family today create something, a poem, a story, a dance. One of my latest creativities, I'm the one that cook dinner in my household and I create. What I call my dinners, I call it edible art. Edible art. Ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. Creativity. Day 6, Kwanzaa. Habaragani, my brothers and sisters. Habaragani. And the news is creativity. We can create. We can make the space better than we found it. Yes, we can.
Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. The first day of Kwanzaa, we call it Umoja, unity, unity. The second day of Kwanzaa, Kujichagulia, self-determination. The third day of Kwanzaa, we call it Kujima, collective work and responsibility. The fourth day of Kwanzaa, we call it Kujama, cooperative economics. The fifth day of Kwanzaa, we call it Leah, purpose, purpose. I have a purpose. The sixth day of Kwanzaa, we call it Kuumba, creativity, creativity. The last day of Kwanzaa, we say Imani, that's what we call play. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration.
So yes, we have one day to go. One day to go, and we're ready. We're ready. Kwanzaa. Baragani, the news today is very simple and basic. Creativity. Till we meet again, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day.